I think in the case of the Nazis, though, that served to establish a standard for the world of unacceptable behavior. And it's based on the practices from those years that we went into the half of the 20th century reevaluating what was acceptable and not acceptable, even in times of war. So that's when the notion of torture became much more limited in our societies, in Western societies, recognizing that excesses that are sanctioned by the state can get very much out of control. So I take the Nazi example as the story that established the standards of improper behavior. The fact that there are people today that still practice the excesses set them apart from the rest of us, and clearly there are still moral dilemmas all over the world that face us, states that do engage and sanction uncivilized behavior, if you will.
I think if in a state any individual torture or interrogator, he knows that he won't be held accountable for his acts, as is in the Indian case. In Punjab, when some were brought before the courts, then the state came to their defense saying they were fighting the battle for the whole of India and they are our heroes and we should defend them now. So I think in that situation, if a state is supporting a system, police system.
No. Let's stay focused on the subject. During the 80s, when the Indian government pushed the interrogators to use extreme torture, do you think the interrogators, how did they feel? If they were very of a religious background, if they were genuinely very religious, how did they feel?
Well, I think, as I said earlier, that firstly they pick up few torturers from different places and put them in special interrogation centers. In Punjab case in the 80s, as some of them were later on able to flee to Canada and they applied for their asylum cases where they were denied. They were saying, oh, we were doing our duty, but judges said no. It's not your duty, you are violating basic human rights. But in Indian context, such people, those who were employed as the simple constables or sepoys, they rose to become like senior superintendent of police, like class 1 gazetted officers. That was their specialty. The point, that is why I am emphasizing again and again that in a state or in a system where there is an incentive that after torture or making some boys speak whatever they are, they get the promotion, then for them they vie with each other to come to that position, to become an interrogator so that they may be promoted easily.
John, do you share his view?
Well, I think first of all we've got to draw a distinction between torture, which is state in what we're talking about, state-sponsored terrorism against individuals, and true interrogation. True interrogation, you're seeking for truthful information.
Yes.
You're trying to find what's going to happen when, what's happened. Many of these cases that we're talking about here is the point is the interrogator is there to arrive at an outcome that's already predetermined. And the state wants that because it bottles it up, it cleans it up, this case is over with, we've got the guilty party, all you got to do is confess.